What's up, Dunkers and Dunkettes? It's Wayne Duncan, No Vision Duncan, and we back for year 5, the season finale of the Madden 22 Denver Broncos realistic rebuild. This is year 5, Super Bowl or bust, Super Bowl or nothing. So let's waste no time and let's go ahead and meet the squad, the final preseason squad before the preseason starts, before we make all our cuts, before we get the Super Bowl roster ready. No more Aaron Rodgers. We have the rookie quarterback that we took in the first round, Colin Hancock. Normal dev, though, but I feel like he was the most balanced quarterback in the draft class. So we're rocking with him. But we did bring in Carson Wentz, though. We did bring in Carson Wentz, who could start the season off. But they'll be in competition for the starting quarterback role. But Hancock will start at some point. If he impresses us in the preseason and he balls out and does his thug, he will be quarterback 1. Javonte Williams, superstar breakout player, still here. He's the key to the offense. We brought in Chase Edmonds after losing Tariq Cohen. We drafted this guy Hickman. Still got Baker, who's been playing well. Still got Lindsey at fullback. And then Cortland Sutton, Judy Hamler. We kept all 3 together. Still got Joseph. Noah Fant. We brought in Caden Smith to be a backup. He's a great possession catching tight end. Drafted a pass blocking or run blocking tight end. Brought back Garrett Bowles, but we did draft PJ Simpson in the second round. I'm the draft king, hidden dev. If we were going longer, he would be the starter. But we did let Garrett Bowles go at first. So we could still cut him and rock with Simpson. But we'll most likely stay with Bowles. Still got Risner, Cushenberry, brought back Quessenberry. Had the berries together. Muti, best offensive lineman in the league. I don't care. And Quinn Miners. Draymond Jones still here. Quentin Whittington, who went up dev trade. Shout out to him. Went up dev trade in season. They robbed him. Still playing like a star, though. Brought in Jerry Tillery, former Charger, just to see if he can give us, some of the playbook plays out of the Chargers playbook. And Reek Bass went up to superstar dev. I'm happy Madden didn't rob me. They ain't really been robbing me too much. They've been robbing players that deserve to get their dev trait stripped. But letting Bass keep his, they let Javonte Williams keep his, they let PS2 keep his X Factor. So I'm loving that. We brought back Shaq Barrett. And let me go ahead and do this. Brought him back to Denver, see if he can help out with our pass rush, because we couldn't do nothing with Nails, couldn't do nothing with Brown, nothing with Malone. Josie Jewell, who's been our leading tackler every damn year, and then every damn year he goes up star dev, they knock him back down. He should be way higher than the 76, but it's because he's still stuck on that boring Brown. Ingram, who was our first round pick last year, had an okay rookie year. Hopefully he can make the jump sophomore year. Bradley Chubb, still playing decent. They took away his depth traits, probably with age, though. He had a good year last year. Felt like they didn't have to rob my boy. And then PS2 kept his X Factor. We brought in Byron Jones to help us out in the secondary because Ultra Media hasn't really worked out. I think he only had one good year. Taylor was bad last year as a rookie, and so was Clifford, who actually has star dev. So as you can see, he has that dev trait, but I don't base it off of dev traits. I don't base it off of overalls. It's all about performance, and Taylor actually played better than Clifford. That's why Clifford is buried on the depth chart right now with that star dev. And then we were able to bring back Justin Simmons. Thank God. We forgot to sign our players in the season. And then look at that. Steal, third round, Josh Haynes, normal dev, though. But he's going to be a backup safety. And then we brought back Stephon Gilmore, he's been consistent with us. 2 picks every year. Brought back McManus. Let me go ahead and give him back his team captain. Put that C patch on his jersey. And do we have any more team? Nope, that's all the team captains. So that is the squad for the preseason. We got quarterback battle. We got lineman battle. We got cornerback battle. But it's year 5, Super Bowl or nothing. Let's stay healthy for the preseason. Missed the playoffs last season, went 8-9. It was the final year of Aaron Rodgers. He actually sitting in free agency. I thought about bringing him back, but I can't. After 23 touchdowns, bro, I can't do it. Can't do it. We lose the first preseason game against the Saints. We lose the second against the Giants. We actually do have 2 injuries, so I guess I jinxed us. Cortland Sutton, broken thumb. Josie Jewell foot fracture. Hurts. That hurts. So, we might have to look at bringing in a middle linebacker, see what's in free agents. We do got a lot of linebackers on the roster, though, especially on the left side, who could play middle linebacker, most likely. That way we utilize all the talent. Let's look at the stats for the preseason, though. Damn it, I forgot to... would you look at that? Wentz and Hancock. Now, Wentz was the starter. Hancock was playing against the backups. I forgot to put him in as the starter for the final game. See what he could do at the ones. But because Wentz got sacked twice, I mean, they played the same. So I feel like Wentz didn't do anything to stand out. Hancock didn't do anything to lose the job. So with that being said, Hancock will be quarterback 1. Javonte Williams, of course. Oh, look at Hickman, though. Average 4.8. Josh Farrell played well, the rookie. Him and Joseph. Muti actually giving up a sack in preseason. And Josh Haynes. Let's see, who played well on the defensive side, though? 2 sacks for Nails. Of course, he would be balling out in preseason with a pick when we bring back Shaquille Barrett. And look at Brown. McMahon is missing a field goal. So we're going to make some cuts. Got to cut 12 players. It's a lot of people. A lot of people that's going to be out of a job. A lot of people that ain't going to be able to feed their families. Or find a different way. We are going to move Brad May to the practice squad, but it's time to let Stratton go. I don't know why I've kept him on the roster this long. Always played well in preseason, though. And then we're going to keep Hickman and Baker, so that leaves Fields. He's the odd man out. He can go to the practice squad. Receivers, I like Judy, Sutton, Hamlin, Joseph Farrell. Lockley's fast. We're going to move Bernard, cut him. And then Fisher can go to the practice squad. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And actually, with Lockley, we'll keep him for now. Might cut him. Clark is definitely going to get cut. And Roberts can go to the practice squad. We got all of our linemen. Got our D linemen. Now, here's the thing. Can one of these guys play in the middle? Not really. So with Jewell out, we're going to rock with Ingram, Harris. What about Cooper? Damn, Cooper's hurt too. He can't play in the middle. So we're going to have to keep all these guys. Malone's probably the odd man out. He's probably going to get cut. It's time to let him go. So I'm glad we still got Brown. He can play on the right for Cooper being injured. But we need to go bring in another middle linebacker. And we got Irvin here, so Harden can go to the practice squad. Derby can go to the practice squad. And then that kicker can go to the practice squad because McManus earned his job back. Never lost it, but kept his job. And let's go look at the middle linebackers because usually week 3, final week of the preseason, there's different free agents. As you see, Austin Eckler, Fournette there now. There's usually different free agents because the teams are cutting players. So always check week 3 of the preseason. So there is a Malik Harris in there. There's Jermaine Pratt. Some guys we could bring in. Jabril Cox. Guys we could bring in. Now, I don't want to bring in Olakun because Joseph Jewell is our middle linebacker 1, and that is a lot of money. But Malik Harrison, Jermaine Pratt, Anthony Walker, Kenny Young. These are guys we can bring out. I'm liking Malik Harrison. Probably has the highest tackle. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's bring in Malik Harrison. Welcome to the squad. And see if we have to cut anybody. We do. Because we brought in Malik Harrison, we do actually have to cut one more player. Don't know who that player is going to be yet. Don't know who that player is going to be. Actually, I do. Geo Lockley. Cut. So, I like the squad that we got. I don't think, roster-wise, on paper, I think it could be the playoff team. I don't know if it's a Super Bowl team or not. But with Bass being a superstar on the defense now, Byron Jones, Shaquille Barrett, 2 veterans, helping out our weak positions. We should be able to make the playoffs. Probably not going to be able to beat the Chiefs. Probably can't even beat the Raiders yet. Definitely need to make the playoffs to give ourselves a chance. We make the playoffs, we give ourselves a chance. Anything can happen. Let's go ahead and get the depth chart set up the way we want it. Definitely not going to throw Carson Wentz. And actually, he played okay in the preseason. He didn't make no mistakes. Let's see if he played on a team last year. Just look at the stats. He played in Indy, didn't even play at all. So he's been a backup last 3 seasons. Final year, he only threw for 3,727. Yeah, so we're gonna rock. We're better off rocking with a rookie quarterback, Hancock. So it'll be Hancock, quarterback 1, quarterback of the future, quarterback of now. Chase Edmonds, Hickman, Lindsey, Caden Smith. We're gonna put Peyton there because he's a better blocker. And then we got, where the hell is Cortland Sutton? He's hurt. And of course, I cut another receiver. So we actually are going to need another receiver on the roster now. When did Cortland Sutton get hurt, man? I know it was Josie Jewell. That's right, he broke his thumb. He's only out 2 weeks, so we'll just rock with, and Cooper will be back. So we'll rock with 4 receivers for week 1. Should be straight. Won't hurt too much. So that means Joseph will get some reps. Got Bowles, Risner. This should all be good. The 2 Berries. Muti, best lineman in the league. Quinn Miners. Draymond Jones. They got Nails there. Quittington, Tillery. They got Brown there. Okay, I like that. Bass, Bowen, Armstead. We'll keep that the same. And then we got Shaq Barrett. Oh, Draymond Jones can play a little bit. He can play a little bit, but we're going to move him from there. And we're going to put Brown, Malik. We're actually going to start Ingram, then Malik Harrison. And then on the right, we'll do Chubb, Brown, Cooper when he comes back. And then PS2, Byron Jones, Ultra Media, Cliff. Yep, that's perfect. And then Simmons, Haynes. We'll do Taylor. And then strong safety here, we'll do Clifford. And I'll do Clifford over Walton. That way Clifford can get in a little bit. Only thing he's not better is pursuit and tackling. Actually, we'll go with Walton. McManus, hit return will be Taylor. since he's the fourth cornerback now. And then we'll do Farrell. And then punt return will be Clifford. That way we get use of those cornerbacks. They'll have something to do. And let's put KJ Hamler back there. He's been kind of injury prone. We got Cushenberry, Risner, Muti. We'll leave Risner there. Edmonds, the third down back. Devontae, power back. Slot receiver will not be Joseph. We're going to go with KJ Hamler. We'll go with Joseph. So on the left, we'll go with Shaq Barrett and my boy Nails with Brown. On the right, no, we're going to go Bradley Chubb. Cooper when he gets back. So we're going to go Brown for now. Nails. And then for DT, we're going to go Enrique Bass, the superstar, Draymond Jones, Whittington, Ingram, Harrison. I kind of want to go Josh Haynes, the rookie, but we're going to start off with Harris, the other linebacker, just to be fair. And then Ujah Media, slot corner with Taylor and Clifford. So that's the squad. Hopefully that's a Super Bowl team. Let's go ahead, and we got the Raiders. Week 1, they swept us last season. Of course, our goal this season will be to make the Super Bowl. So, press conference, rookie quarterback 1. Let's set his expectations. I just want him to. I want him to show flashes. You know, I think he was the best quarterback in the draft class, even though he was the only one without a dev trait. And, you know, that might give him some motivation. Jonathan Cooper is back. So let's go ahead and put him on the depth chart. So on the rush right side, we got Cooper right there. And let's get our revenge on the Raiders. He swept us last season. Prime time. Got to go to Vegas. And let's see if we can get the dub. Debut for the rookie quarterback, first start of his career. And we get our asses kicked. 49-21. Monday Night Football. Couldn't stop the run. 4 turnovers. So he definitely showed some flashes. 3 picks for him, though. So probably should have started Carson Wentz. Oh, but he got a rushing touchdown, though. So like I said, he's balanced. He can scramble, he can throw. Just got to stop throwing them picks. So 3 sacks of Shaq Barrett, though. So that was a big free agent signing. Money well spent. Matthew Ingram with the injury to Joseph Jewell looking to break out. He got a sack. And then PS2 with the pick. So, I mean, it was his quarterback first start. Not going to punish him too much. 3 picks, slanging that thing. But Cortland Sutton is back. So he was missing Cortland Sutton. We get Cortland Sutton back. So that's another target for him. It's another weapon for him. That should help him out a little bit more. And we got the Texans. But it's our first home game. Let's see if our quarterback can get his first win of his career. And he can't. 0-2. 0-2, 24-20. Did he play better, though? Did he show flashes? No turnovers. So that's good. That's what I want to see. No turnovers, but no touchdowns. And the key to he's running the ball, though. He might be running a little too much. 3 touchdowns for Van Jefferson. Bradley Chubb with a sack and a half. Draymond Jones. No pick. And McManus. McManus, man. Still would have lost by a point though, but who knows if he would have made the field goal, we had a different outcome. And of course, we got the Chiefs. I'm glad we got them early, and of course, they hurt another fucking linebacker, Ingram, who's supposed to have a breakout year. So we got to go with Harrison now. And Harris. Harrison and Harris. So we have to go with. So let's go ahead and most likely take a L to the Chiefs. 31-13, 0-3. So last season we started 3-0. Now we start 0-3. Didn't make the playoffs last season, so maybe we make the playoffs this season. No turnovers. Okay. But no touchdowns. So he's not turning the ball over, but he's also not throwing touchdowns. Javonte Williams isn't running the ball this season. Cushenberry giving up sacks. Bradley Chubb looking to make it to the thumbnail for this final year. And we got the Chargers, who are also 0-3. So it looks like they lost Keenan Allen. They lost Chinna Nwosu. They did bring in, I forgot what running back, Aaron Jones. They brought in Aaron Jones, but it looks like it wasn't enough. It's the battle of the 0-3s, bottom of the AFC West. Who's going to get their first win of the season? It's going to be the Chargers. It's going to be the Chargers. And if our quarterback did not throw a touchdown, it was Carson Wentz who played better. So Justin Herbert, look at that. Aaron Jones working out for them, 4 touchdowns with Justin Herbert. Pissed off that they took a quarterback in the first round. Javonte Williams isn't running for 100 yards. So what's going on? Like, what changes do I have to make? Do we have to rock with Carson Wentz? Can Carson Wentz save our season? McMahon is 4 for 4. Do we rock with Carson Wentz? Is our quarterback actually injured? Because Carson Wentz came in. We do have an injury. If it's Hancock, I'm going to be pissed. It's Hancock. Broken wrist. Bust. Rocking with Carson Wentz at quarterback. They can only have one quarterback on the roster. So with that being said, we do actually have to go out and sign a quarterback. And look who's there. Aaron Rodgers to save our season. That wouldn't be realistic. So I'm actually not going to do that. We'll just bring Brad May up from the practice squad. Sign him to our active roster. And now, unfortunately, we do have to cut somebody, though, to make room for him. His final year is kind of disappointing. Go ahead and put Irvin on the practice squad just so we don't have to actually cut anybody. It looks like we're rocking with Carson Wentz for the next 3 weeks. So we get Josie Jewell back, Kevin Walton, so we get some weapons back. So we get Josie Jewell back. He'll start. Just injuries everywhere, man. So Josie Jewell, Malik Harrison, Zach Harris. Zach Harris isn't doing anything. Let's go with... Fuck it, we'll just keep him. Nothing's going to make a difference at this point. But we're rocking with Carson Wentz now. Carson Wentz can go 3-0 until Hancock gets back. Carson Wentz will start the rest of the season. And it doesn't matter who's playing quarterback for the Broncos right now because we can't win to save our lives. Close game, though. We can't run the ball for some reason. Can't. Died. Apologize for that, but that just sums up how the season is going. Carson Wentz got sacked 4 times. Javonte Williams. 2 touchdowns of Cortland Sutton. Cushenberry's having a horrible year. Bradley Chubb's having a great year. Him and Shaq Barrett. And we have to do some soul searching because we are sitting at 0-5, playing our worst football of the rebuild. And this is the final year. And we get our dub. So that win, we needed that win. We go 1-5. Carson Wentz is 1-1 so far. I think he's not doing enough, though. We ran the ball. So it was Javonte Williams. He's the key to this offense. Carson Wentz didn't do nothing. So Hancock comes back. We're going to hand the keys over to Hancock. Shout out to Hickman. I don't know why I keep calling him Thickman. Bradley Chubb, man. Bradley Chubb pissed off. He didn't make the thumbnail from the last video. So he's doing his thug, but he's like the only one on the defensive side. We get KJ Hamler back and Justin Simmons. Didn't even know them boys was out. So just a lot of injuries everywhere. So it's just injury-plagued season for us. Let's go ahead and, we'll keep that. We'll put Cortland Sutton back in the slot. He's balling. Justin Simmons back. He hasn't played like Justin Simmons. Let's see if Carson Wentz can get a win against his former team, the Eagles, and he does. But even though he did win the last 2 games, we're handing the keys over to our rookie quarterback because it's not really the quarterback play. It's all about Javonte Williams. So 228, 2 touchdowns. Great way to end the Carson Wentz era or whatever you want to call it, this short era. Gets a win against the Eagles, but that's it. We're going back to our quarterback. Why is Hickman getting so many touchdowns? Do we have to make him our backup running back? KJ Hamler went off. Caden Smith went off. So I feel like a lot of injuries. Draymond Jones, Whittington with a sack, Armstead. Why is our backups getting in so much? We got that many injuries. Noah Fant, Bass, Hancock, all back. Let's make sure Hancock is the quarterback 1, and he is. So it was nice. Carson Wentz went 2-1. We're still fighting. Game behind the Chiefs and the Chargers. Raiders 4-2, so it's not over. Definitely not over. Don't need to look at the contracts. Need to look at the mock draft. Don't need to look at the scout and focus. 0-7 Giants. Man, would it be crazy if they got their first win against us, but they don't. So our quarterback gets his first impressive victory. We are on a 3-game winning streak, trying to save our season. Looks like we could turn it around. Not going to speak too soon. And look at that. He comes back from injury, 4 touchdowns, no picks, trying to prove that he is not a bust. And Hickman is going off. Another touchdown. You know what? Shaq Barrett. I'm thinking about putting Hickman in that backup. Chase Edmonds isn't really doing anything. I'm honestly thinking about it. Hickman is going off. 3 touchdowns. What is Edmonds doing? Average 3.1. So he's not doing nothing. So with that being said, even though Edmonds will still be our 3rd down back, Thad Hickman time. Four and 3 Washington Commanders football team. We're a game behind, so we done fought our way back. It's anybody's division now. And of course we lose. The first time I change the depth chart, we take an L. So I advise y'all, do not mess with your depth chart if you are winning games in a row. We couldn't block, 5 sacks. Offensive line played horrible. Didn't even give the ball to Hickman, even though I made him the backup. Offensive line just giving up sacks like crazy. Shaq Barrett's playing well. McManus, of course, he missed the field goal. The moment I don't have the other kicker on the roster, he wants to start missing. And Byron Jones didn't even know he was out. He's back from injury. We have the 3-5 Vikings. Can we get a win on the road against them? And we do. So as long as we keep winning the games to save our season, we're still in the division. Shut the running game down. So we shut Dalvin Cook down. They still got Dalvin Cook. Baker Mayfield. Why do I feel like Baker always goes to the Vikings in these rebuilds that I'm doing? Hancock playing well since he came back from injury. Jerry Jeudy and Sutton been doing their thing. And then 2 sacks for Shaq Barrett. Enrique Bass, Draymond Jones, and McManus. Field goal block. So I ain't going to hold that one against him. But I will bring up that kicker from the practice squad, bro. Don't try me. Cushenberry back. The Raiders and Chiefs sitting at the top of the division. Of course, they want to start winning games when we start winning games. They only lose when we lose. 8-1 Jaguars, and we get the win on the road. We get the upset. I feel like this quarterback is starting to find his own. Going into the bye week, over 1,000 yards from both teams combined, 3 touchdowns. So he's starting to find his way. And then look at Hickman, Jeudy, Sutton. Sutton's kind of making a comeback. Winnington with a sack, who should still be a star. So we fighting back. I like how we fighting. We're not giving up, starting 0-5, and right now we're 5-6. 2 games behind the division. So that's pretty good. Chase Edmonds is back from injury. And we don't have to look at the contracts anymore. I am going to upgrade the squad, though. And let's see if we can take care of the Kansas City Chiefs next week. It'll be a big victory if we can. They already beat us I think it was like week 2, week 3. Let's upgrade our players one more time. This is an important game. And let's see if we can get the dub. Raiders sit in the top division at 8-3. And we actually beat the Chiefs. Not only do we beat them, we dropped 45 on them. 45 on their head. 45 on their head. No turnovers. We finally beat the damn Chiefs. 4 touchdowns for Hancock ever since coming back from injury. The first 3 games was rough. Then he got injured. Came back. He's been perfect ever since. Javonte Williams been running the ball. Cortland Sutton is balling. Jerry Jeudy is balling. Offensive line, not so much. Shaq Barrett doing his thug. Matthew Ingram with a pick. Mike Taylor with a pick. So the Broncos fighting back. Still in it. We got a breakout scenario. Don't know who it is. And it is Javonte Williams trying to go up the X Factor. Most likely not going to get it. Need 4 touchdowns, 200 yards. He's possible. He be getting like 170, 180. And we got the Cowboys, though. Can we knock off Dallas Cowboys 8-4? We have to go on the road. We've been playing well on the road. Of course, we lose by a damn touchdown. Well, 8 points. 28-20. We shut them down. We shut them. How do we lose? No turnovers. Better than them on third down. We were winning 17-4. They killed us in the fourth quarter. Offensive line's been horrible this season, giving up 6 sacks. They shut our receivers down. Hickman with 2 touchdowns. I love him. Steal in the draft. Low overall, underrated. Bass and Whittington, McManus was perfect. So a game we probably should have won. We played well. But a lot of injuries, man. Look at the secondary. A lot of injuries. So the 9-4 Raiders, even the Chargers, man, this division is hard as hell. If we beat them, that would be big. That would be real big. And we do. Win by field goal, keep our season alive. We need to at least finish third in the division to have a chance to make a playoffs. It's a possibility we could finish last with a winning record and miss out on the playoffs. 10 third down conversions. Derek Carr and Hancock both played well. 3 touchdowns each. Hickman is a touchdown beast. Of course, Brian Evers been killing us this whole rebuild. KJ Hamler, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns for Judy. The receivers are playing well with this quarterback. And then Ingram, feel like he's a bust. Hasn't had that impact I thought he would. And we are 7-7. Chiefs 9-5. Raiders 9-5. Chargers 8-6. Prime time. This is a game we must win. We don't play the Chiefs anymore. We don't play the Raiders anymore. We win this, we go 8-7. Chargers 8-7. We move to third. Hopefully the Raiders and Chiefs lose, and then we will be a game behind in the division. So this is the most important game. Prime time. Can we get the dub against the Chargers? They whooped our ass last time, and that'll do it for the rebuild most likely. We lose 35-27. Not going to make the playoffs. Disappointing. Played to win. But Justin Herbert was too damn good. He's just too damn good. Triple H voice. Jerry Jeudy went off. Hamler. Like I said, the receivers are playing well. Enrique Bass, Shaquille Barrett, McManus even played well, but we needed to get that dub. Couldn't get the job done. 7-8. Chiefs lost. Raiders won. We would have had a chance. 10-5 Titans. We lose, of course. And I'm just going to go ahead and simulate the last game. We'll probably go 8-9 again. And we lose. And we actually get fired in the final year of the rebuild. Can't look at the ranks since I was fired. But we'll look at the league leaders. Patrick Mahomes led the league. Derek Carr, so 2 quarterbacks in our division, led the league in passing yards with Zach Wilson. Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, Kareem Hunt, and then Keenan Allen leaving the Chargers, going to the Jets. KJ Osborne thriving in the Chiefs offense. Chase Claypool. Then you had DeMarcus Lawrence, Myles Garrett, Harold Landry, Marlon Humphrey, Fred Warner, Rashad Fenton, and then Darius Leonard, Rashawn Evans, Devin White. Let's look at the stats. I'm going to have to go to the Broncos. So 1,000 yards for Carson Wentz, 6 touchdowns, 1 pick. Not bad. Rookie Colin Hancock, 3,000 yards, 22 touchdowns, 4 picks. Not bad. If you put that together, that's 4,100 yards. 4,100 yards, 28 touchdowns, 5 picks. With a combined 43 sacks. So offensive line took a step back. Probably should have let Garrett Bowles walk in free agency. And then Javonte Williams, probably the most consistent player of this whole rebuild. My favorite player of
This is
this
the player
rebuild.
card. This is the
I don't know why it's
MLS
showing
today.
that.
Here you
But my favorite player of this rebuild, he's been consistent. And then look at Hickman, man. 8 touchdowns. He was the third running back in the depth chart. And then 2 rushing touchdowns for Hancock. And then receivers, Jerry Jeudy, 1,000 yards. He's been consistent. No like crazy years, but he's been like a top 15 receiver, maybe top 10. He's had 1,000 yards almost every year. Cortland Sutton accepting his new role as wide receiver 2. I appreciate him for that. KJ Hamler probably should have let walk ever since we gave him that contract. He's been injured on and off. Could have upgraded wide receiver 3. And then Noah Fant, after having a breakout year last year, he just said, fuck it, I had a breakout year. I'm going to just sit back, relax, and just watch the other receivers go off, and I'm not going to pitch in that much. Offensive line, horrible year. Horrible year from Dalton Risner. 10 sacks from the guard position is fucking horrible. Garrett Bowles gave up a sack more than he did last season. Cushenberry, that's horrible from the center position. So our interior, trash. Garbage. Trash. Muti, who didn't give up a single sack last season, gave up 5. So, and then Quinn Miner, that's actually an okay year from him. But overall, the whole offensive line, trash. Let's see what Simpson was. He was our only hidden dev rookie. Where'd he go? Why'd you be superstar dev? Okay, star dev. Not bad. Defense, Bradley Chubb led the team in tackles, and that's how you know it was trash. We didn't have a single player over 100 tackles, but he had the best season. Stephon Gilmore, another great signing. He's been consistent for us, 2 picks every year. Byron Jones was just trash. Waste of money. Could have went with the young guys. They actually played better than him. And then Oja Media, ever since we gave him a contract, kind of like KJ Hamler, ain't done nothing. Shaq Barrett, hell of a year for him. 13 sacks, glad we brought him back. And then Justin Simmons playing like the Justin Simmons when we had the Bills. Just been trash, man. Malik Harrison pitched in, did what he could. Joseph Jewell was hurt on and off. Ingram, kind of I don't want to call him a bust, just like a decent player. And then Draymond Jones, another consistent player, along with Jerry Jeudy and Javonte Williams. Great. 7 sacks. Whittington, who got robbed of this dev trait, Bass, they've been great. But overall, terrible year. Took a step back. I kind of knew we would. Wish we would do more years to see how this team would develop with this quarterback. We had 2 blocks for Gary Allen and Cooper. Cooper's been shout out to Cooper, man. He's been a hell of a player when it comes to special teams for us. And then PS2 with a touchdown. Stephon Gilmore with a touchdown. And then McManus, he had a field goal blocked. He missed 4, really only missed 3 because of the block. Our punt got blocked inside of 2016 times, though, long 72. So, okay year for the punter. No special team touchdowns. And then let's look at the awards. MVP went to Lamar Jackson. Coach of the Year, Sean McDermott on the Jaguars. Offensive Player of the Year, Lamar Jackson. No Broncos, Harold Landry. Defensive Player of the Year, Shaq Barrett at number 5. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Colin Hancock. Missed 3 games. Still beat out the other quarterbacks. Beat out Scott. The other quarterbacks must have went to the NFC, but Offensive Rookie of the Year. And then we had Hickman. Number 7, Defensive Rookie of the Year, Anthony Ramirez of the Patriots. Best quarterback, Lamar Jackson. Best running back, Josh Jacobs. We had Javonte Williams at 7. I think he came in at number 7 last season. Keenan Allen leaving the Chargers, going to the Jets, winning best receiver. No Jerry Jeudy again. The disrespect. I understand he barely went over 1,000 yards. Ronnie Stanley, offensive lineman. Myles Garrett, defensive lineman. We had Draymond Jones, shout out to him at number 9. Harold Landry for linebacker. And we had Shaq Barrett and Bradley Chubb, 3 and 4. Defensive back Marlon Humphrey. Best kicker was Eddie Pinheiro of the Buffalo Bills. So let's see if we had any Pro Bowlers. Let's see who wins the Super Bowl. So for the Pro Bowl, we would have had I don't think we're going to have anybody, to be honest. Shaq Barrett, okay, so it was a great free agent signing. And Bradley Chubb. So both of our edge rushers. So we fixed the edge rusher problem this season. And that's all, folks. Shout out to the two edge rushers. And then let's just go ahead to the Super Bowl week. And let's just check out to see if any of the players got bumped up depth chart. Probably not. So for the Broncos, Hancock, did he get a star? Nope. Javonte Williams, did they rob him? Nope. He kept his superstar depth trait. Anybody else? Jermont Jones still. Whittington, did they give it back to him? Nope. Bass kept his superstar. Shaq Barrett went up to superstar. Okay. Bradley Chubb, did he go back up to star? Okay, so I'm glad he got his star depth trait back in the final season. And then PS2, it seems like if you're an X Factor, they let you keep the X Factor a little bit longer than a superstar depth trait. Star depth trait, they'll definitely rob your ass. Let's just see who wins the Super Bowl. So we go ahead and end this rebuild. I don't even know who's in the Super Bowl, actually. Titans, Panthers. So don't really care who wins. It is Sunday now, about 3 in the morning. So it is Super Bowl Sunday when this video comes out. So it's going to be a good game between the Bengals and the Rams. So that's probably what I'm going to be doing today. So probably won't record. Might record after the Super Bowl, though. Our next team, don't know if it's I'm doing alphabetical order, so it's going to be either the Browns, I think, maybe the Bucks. I think it's the Browns that are next. But don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below on the video, and make sure y'all tune in to the next Realistic Rebuild. Like I said before, it's going to be the Browns. I'm out of here. I'm gone. Peace out. Dunk Squad.